This is page number 78, number 16, page 78, Algebra 2. Okay, we're just trying to find the slope of the line that goes through these 2 points. We know that the slope formula is the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We could also call it rise over run. We can call it the change in y over the change in x. Any way you slice it, you have to find the difference in the y-coordinates. So we're going to take our y2, which is 10, minus our y1, which is negative 7, over our x2, which is 0, minus our x1, which is negative 5. Could we have started with the coordinates flip-flopped? In other words, instead of x1, y1 being this set of coordinates, could we have done x1, y1 over here and done that? Sure. We would have done negative 7 minus 10 over 0 minus, or over negative 5 minus 0. Either way, you should get 17. 10 minus negative 7 is 17. 0 minus negative 5 is 5. And that's it. So, finding the slope of a line through any 2 points, change in y over change in x. For number 18, we're trying to come up with the equation of this line, and we know that the slope-intercept form of an equation, if we can come up with the slope and the y-intercept, well, we can drop those 2 numbers right into this equation, and we're good. So we first of all can recognize that negative 2 is the y-intercept because the line crosses the y-axis at negative 2. So that's the y-intercept, and we call that b. We use the letter b to describe the y-intercept. And then if we want to come up with the slope, then we can find the slope of this line in a couple different ways. If we start here at this point and we find the directions, like the slope is the steepness of the line, and the directions to get from this point to this point, we would say, well, up or down how many, and then left or right how many. So from this point here, we could go up 2. So the change in y, where's my green? There it is. So the change in y, if you go up, it's a positive number, and if you go down, it's a negative number. And then the change in x, if you go to the left, it's a negative number, and we go from here to this point here, from the y-axis all the way over to negative 6. That's 6 units in the negative direction. So we know that the slope is the change in y over the change in x, rise over run, which is 2 over negative 6, which is negative 1/3. So there's our slope. Could we have started over here? Sure, we could have started at this point here. We could have gone down 2. Change in y is down 2, to the right 6, and either way we would have got negative 2 over positive 6. Either way the slope is negative. And you should be able to look at the line knowing that it's going downhill from left to right, and downhill from left to right means that the slope of the line is negative. So we drop the m into the equation, the slope-intercept form of the linear equation, and we place the negative 1/3 in front of the x, so that's the coefficient of the x, plus negative 2. We don't like to write plus negative 2, so let's clean that up a little bit. Plus negative 2 really means minus 2, and so it looks a little cleaner when we write it like that, but either way is fine. I would actually prefer it like this because it is, like I said, cleaner. So there's your slope-intercept form of the equation of that line.